Hey everyone, it's 10 Types, and it's that time again. It is rotation time. Rotation just happened in Japan this past week. I don't remember exactly what day it is. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to see the text on this. I think I'm in like dark mode or something. Anyway, I'm on PokemonCard.io though, so we get the classic me looking at deck lists, struggling to figure out what the cards are. But yeah, no, this is actually going to be super cool. There are some really cool decks. Today we're just going to be focusing on decks that we all know and love, or maybe not love, starting with Charizard EX, but I'm going to be talking about in this video decks that aren't like, quote, new decks. They could be playing new cards, but pre-existing archetypes. And then in next video, well, I might be split this into 3 parts or 2 parts, not sure yet. But I'm going to be talking about the new decks in the video, and then there's also a section of other decks. So I'll be talking about those. Those are they're actually mostly mix of new and old, which is interesting. Yeah, and this is essentially week 0 of Japanese, the new Japanese format, which will be our format as well, which is the rotation of um, the E-block cards. I think one of these lists is not post rotation as well. I was like looking and one of them just like seemed wrong. Bro, what is this? This isn't a deck. Okay. Yeah. Aside from that, and the new set, Temporal Forces, which is not Temporal Forces. Let's see, does it say here? Um, it's Cyber Judge and Wild Force. Yep. Um, yeah, so pretty much that's what it is. I'll be talking about the new cards. I won't necessarily say exactly what they are. I've done a video on rotation on my channel, and I've also done a video on a lot of videos on the new cards on my channel. So you can check those out. They might be down below, but you can certainly find them pretty easily by clicking on my YouTube channel page. And while you're there, down there, consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton. When I hit 1,000 subs, I'm going to do something special. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to do something cool. Just comment down below ideas for that. But anyway, let's just hop into the video right now. And yeah, this is Charizard EX. Pretty normal stuff, but we do have some interesting things. First of all, we have Prime Catcher. So every deck, presumably, every deck plays an Ace Spec card. Does this one play an Ace Spec card? I don't know, but presumably pretty much every deck will play an Ace Spec card. The best one is going to be Prime Catcher, which is switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active and switch one of your bench Pokemon into the active, which is potentially really useful. And it is searchable in this deck with Pidgeot EX. We will see some other ones, though, and we'll talk about them as we see them. And then Buddy Poppin. Buddy Poppin, I don't know what the card is called. Is it here on Limitless? Limitless, please have the cards. I don't remember what set it's in either. Limitless can be a little finicky at times, but here we go. It is called Friendship Poffin. Okay. Search deck for 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less and put them onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. This is very similar to Battle VIP Pass, and there's a Ditto that if it's in the active, it has 60 HP by the way, and it's their first turn of the game. I don't remember if you need to be going second. I don't think you do. What is it called? The card is Ditto. Oh, we're in Japanese. So yeah, if it's your first turn, so you can be going first, it's saying it can switch into any other basic Pokemon from your deck, which is super useful. Pretty much it acts as Battle VIP Pass those 2 cards together. So we may be seeing Ditto popping into some of these lists. We may not. I'd be shocked if we don't see any Ditto, but keep in mind that kind of enables Buddy Poffin to act very similarly to Battle VIP Pass. Also a Japanese list, and you'll see this in any list, but this is pretty common in the list we're going to be looking at today. We see like prize cards or something, or we just see like other cards. Sometimes they're V-Star marks as well. A wide variety of different things that there are cards that aren't in the deck that are sometimes shown here. So anyway, aside from that, pretty simple. I don't know what that special energy is though. Is that the new special energy? Yeah, okay, yeah. So it's Mist Energy here, which prevents effects of attacks done to the Pokemon it's attached to, which is pretty interesting. I copy that to stop. I'm assuming Giratina V-Star. But we'll take a look at other decks. It's just a pretty good card, though. We also see Technical Machine Devolution. It'll stop at that. I'm pretty sure that's TM Devolution. Let me make sure. Yeah, that is. So we see that card played in the list, which is kind of interesting. We see Arven. I didn't realize that first this card was Arven, but it is. I think this is. I don't know. I can't really tell what all the cards are when they're all laying on top like this, but pretty normal stuff for the most part, other than obviously the new cards. Yeah, we do see Magma Basin. as that, this Rotom V, so we do see Luminia, but we do see Radiant Charizard. There's a new Charmeleon that has actually recently came out in the international release, which is it's good, I guess. It's not that good, but it's arguably better, which is somewhat common. This next list runs. What is this card? It runs the new A spec like band card. Here we go. Translate here as maximum belt. So attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to do 50 more damage to your opponent's active EX. This is interesting. The Charizard EX normally hits breakpoints in terms of 30. So you can, I don't know how useful this is. This will be hitting default instead of 180, you'll be hitting 230, which is much better. So I guess it's good early on. People do run like Choice Belt, Defiance Band, but and the gloves cards are also all rotating. I think not everyone knows that. They're not like that good, but sometimes see some play. So yeah, but this list is choosing to run Defiance. No, what was it? Maximum Band, Maximum Belt. Um, which is an interesting option, and I guess could be good. This next list also runs that. In addition to Defiance Band, we see Four Buddy Poffin. Aside from that, pretty normal stuff. Oh, and then list run Nest Ball, Buddy Poffin, and Ultra Ball. Mist Energy popping up here as well. I don't know why there's just a picture of a tournament, and that's fine, but we'll move on from that. This list looks pretty similar. Some pretty cool arts, but it doesn't matter too much. This next list runs Toad School. Um, instead of Mist Energy, it looks like. Toad School is similar, more or less the same as Mist Energy. TM Evolution, we see Great Ball. And yeah, nothing too crazy here though. Again, the next list we do see Maximum Bell. Oh, this one looks like it doesn't run an A spec. Potentially they don't have it as well. That could be like a thing. Or I could just be missing it. But yeah, a lot of them are running Maximum Belt, which is pretty interesting. Next up, this list we see a similar idea. We see Hero's Cape. Is that what it's called? I really need to learn the names of the A specs. And they're translated, so we don't know. Yeah, Hero Cape. So pretty much the Pokemon this card is attached to it gets 100 extra HP. Also, A specs are trainers. They're either tools, items, or special energy. And then let's see, maximum. No, Prime Catcher. We see in this list again. Also, this is, in my opinion, a good way to lay out a list. This is I can actually see the cards. Anyway, Maximum Belt and the Team Evolution. We see like a lot of Arven as well. Like Arven's really good. And when you're playing Arven, might as well just play like the really broken A-Spec tools as well, right? Aside from that, pretty normal stuff. I think I'm just gonna scroll quickly through these lists. We see a bit more tanky stuff. We do see Radiant Sarina and then the Hero's Cape. And I think that's interesting. I don't know the best tool, and clearly other people don't either. But I'm looking forward to seeing how things will develop and what becomes the best tool. Whoa, this list is different. So this runs Barrel Squovit. Oh no, I thought it ran Armrouge. No, it doesn't run Armrouge. It's not that different. It's just Barrel. This list. Wait, is this list Barrel? Oh yeah, this first list is Barrel as well. So we see things going a little bit differently, but it's similar ideas. We see more Prime Catcher though, because Prime Catcher is like generally good, and I don't know. You can run either. Um, Interesting. We see Flutter. Wait, are a lot of these lists running Flutter Mane? Some are. Flutter Mane, for those of you who don't know, from which set is this? Yep, this set should have Flutter Mane. It says that its ability, when it's in the active, your opponent's active Pokemon has no abilities. You cannot use abilities. Oh no, yeah, they don't have any abilities. So that's like potentially really disruptive, notably to like Lost Zone. I don't think we're going to be talking about Lost Zone too much today, but we'll talk about it some. Next up, we got more of this Toad School and Flutter Mane. Whoa. Or wait, no, I said Toad School. No, never mind. I said the wrong Toad School. The Toad School, which I mentioned earlier, prevents recovery of um, cards from just getting to your hand through the effects of trainers, I think. I really should know these better. But I think that's what it does. Toad School from Pelion Fate Note. Toad School from Paradox Drift. There we go. Yeah. So prevents cards from being recovered from the discard through the effects of abilities or trainers. I don't know. I don't know the exact use of it, like why it's included. I mean, it's an okay card, but some people are liking it. It does stop recovery of A specs, which could be an issue. Not completely though. I don't know. It stops like Chien-Pao and a few things. Um, and then oh yeah, no, actually, if you submit a list like this, this is so much easier to see. Um, anyway, so pretty straightforward stuff. Oh, there's a new Ion, all right, which is kind of cool. Anyway, um, pretty normal. We see what is it? Cryptomaniacs. Deciphering. I don't know. All I know is like it's a card that like Treasure Pilot calls weird names, but that's a lot of cards. Anyway, that card does. It's the same as Mallow. It's a future card, but that doesn't matter too much. But what it says is search your deck for two cards and put them on top of your deck. That's obviously better with the barrel as opposed to Pidgeot. It doesn't really do very much with Pidgeot. But the barrel you just search for two cards and hopefully just draw into them. Keep in mind, don't shuffle your deck before you draw those cards, obviously. Okay, now moving on to Chien-Pao back Salbert with Iron Hands. This list runs Palkia, a 1/1 Palkia, and Prime Catcher, Buddy Poffin, the Barrel. I don't know, pretty generic stuff, I'd say. One Lightning, I'm not a big fan. I know some people run One Lightning, but eh. And this deck is countered by the Toad School, which is a thing to note, I guess. Um, next up, we got similar stuff. I don't think Chien-Pao Excalibur is probably doing too much too crazy. This all looks pretty normal. We do see Buddy Poffin appearing in a lot of lists, though. I know it's a good card, but without Ditto, I feel like Ditto is good. Maybe I'm overrating Ditto, though. Um, yeah, this looks. What is this? Okay, yeah, I don't think those are played in the deck. Claude's no. The whatever that Pokemon is, Wooper, and the one that Claude's no, it's not Clodsire. I don't know. Quagsire. There we go. I don't think it's the Quagsire. I don't even like know what Quagsire that is. It's this one apparently, and I don't think they're playing that. So, as I said, people put like cards. Oh yeah, they're definitely not playing this. So anyway, here we see Raikou V as well. That's kind of an interesting tech. And this list we see Thornton. I don't know. It's just Chien-Pao stuff, right? We can kind of. Okay, now we're getting to some interesting stuff. Arceus V start with Vuln Vulpix V start and Chien-Pao Excalibur. This is pretty cool. A pretty cool concept. We do see, I believe those are Ice Cube Vs, which are obviously fire type. Hitting grass weakness. I think it's like walls some stuff. It's a pretty interesting card. I don't remember what it walls. It's not a new card either. Oh, there we go. If the defending Pokemon can't attack next turn, so that could be disruptive, but and they probably switch, or you get the KO, in which case it doesn't matter. This list more pretty normal stuff. This is like, oh, I guess this isn't. This is kind of like Chien-Pao Excalibur. Wait, what is this deck? So is this say this deck is this looks the same as the other ones. I don't know. It's pretty normal. Um, yeah, again, pretty normal. And then here we see Kyogre coming in, but nothing too crazy there. Uh, I see Pidgeot. I don't know. I think a lot ran but Barrel or no engine. But again, that's fine. We see more of the same. It's canceling clone. I think some of the others ran canceling clone. I think that's Crypto. Is that Cryptomaniacs deciphering? I don't know. Is there a full art of that card? I wouldn't be shocked if there is. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Um, here we see just very simple Chien-Pao Max Tail, but Iron Hands. Now we move on to Gholdengo. This is Gholdengo Palkia. Gholdengo Palkia is a bit of a hot take of a deck. No, and the other lists are mostly running Prime Catcher. This is now running. Um, it's running Hero's Cape for whatever reason for like a big Palkia, I guess, or Gholdengo, but probably Palkia. All right, and it is not running. Oh, it's a Pokestop list. Okay. Oh, is Pokestop? I thought it was. I guess it's not. Oh, you know, it's Pokemon Go. Yeah, okay. So Pokestop still here. See Morty. What is Morty? Morty's confidence. You must draw a card, future opponent's bench Pokemon. It's a pretty generic draw supporter. It's kind of like Zinnia's Resolve, but it's worse. I do see Cryptomaniacs deciphering to put those two cards on top of your deck, which you can then just draw with Gholdengo, which is so good. A lot of people are talking about this combo. I think it's going to be potentially be a super powerful combo as well. This list runs Scizor. I do actually think Scizor is the best way to run Gholdengo, in my opinion. We also see Team Evolution. We see Okay, this is Raging Bolt, so we're gonna skip a Raging Bolt. Is that it for today's video? I thought there was some other deck. Um, Tingaloo Raging Bolt, Palkia Raging Bolt. Okay, there we go. We got some Roaring Moon EX specifically, as there is a single price Roaring Moon, which we'll be talking about in a future video. This list does run that though. Does 70 and 10 more for each Ancient Card in your discard pile. We don't. Do we see any ace spec? I guess we don't. I can't see one at least. Maybe I'm just blind, but pretty normal Roaring Moon stuff. Obviously, no Battle VIP pass. Now running 4 Ultra Ball, 4 Nest Ball, which is interesting. And then the 1/1 Darkrai V Star line. See some Water Energies. I'm not a big fan of that. I think I've said that before. But I know some people really like it. Next Roaring Moon list, pretty similar, running Prime Catcher. Prime Catcher is really good because you can recover Prime Catcher with Darkrai. So I think you probably should run it. It is almost definitely, I mean, it's essentially definitely the best item ace spec for like a general deck. You could run, there's an ancient card, ancient ace spec, which you could run, which is okay, but you only run it in a deck that's almost all ancient Pokemon. Um, and there's a future one, which you only run with future Pokemon. And there's Master Ball. Master Ball is fine, but it's not particularly good. Compared to Prime Catcher, it's almost like objectively worse. Not really. It's not really objectively worse. They're very different, but it's worse. Um, and yeah, we see Prime Catcher. I think the Darkrai again. Oh no, maybe not. We see Iron Hands though. And the new Roaring Moon. I'm not sure how I feel about the new Roaring Moon in this list. Okay, this is Ancient Box. We'll talk about that later. We see straight. I was like, what is this deck? Straight Roaring Moon. Wait, what is Ancient Box? Okay, this does run Roaring Moon EX. We'll talk about it later, though. I feel like it deserves its a separate video. But straight Roaring Moon EX. I don't know the difference between this. What were the other builds? Were these called Darkrai builds? Yeah, okay, but this is pretty much the same idea. Yeah. Next up, we have on here you can just see a simple build with the new. Oh no, this isn't straight. This is Ancient Box. Next up we got this. So this is the deck. I was like glancing through these lists. What is this? Is Arceus Duraludon with Umbreon, Duraludon V-Star and Umbreon V. No, Duraludon VMAX and Umbreon VMAX are both rotating. So I don't really know what's going on here. I don't know why this is here. Anyway, this next list looks post rotation. No, this list is it? Yeah, this is post rotation. So Arceus with Sharon's Care, Pokemon League HQ, damage buff with Maximum Belt. Next up, we got ourselves Arceus Armors. This looks super sick. We do see the new Iron Leaves. Iron Leaves, notably just hits grass weakness. It does need 2 grass energy to attack. I feel like I'd probably run 3 in case you prize one, but I guess it's fine. And then we see bigger focus on fire things. I don't know. And the low support account. Some of these things kind of sketch me out. But we can see Delphox V attack, Radiant Charizard attack earlier, as early as can you attack turn 2? Yeah, I mean you can attack turn 2, which is interesting. Probably not something you'd want to do, but something you could do. Not for quite as much damage as well. It will be reduced. We see Prime Catcher as well. This is Giratina with Iron Leaves and the energies attached when you switch it. Or no, it's when you play it, you can switch it in and attach energy to it, which is pretty useful. As I said, it's good. It's probably the best grass tech. If you're looking for a grass tech and you're already playing grass energy, which is pretty much just Giratina, but it's just good in that deck. And pretty interesting. It's nothing too crazy. So we see Giratina Lost Zone, pretty normal stuff going on here. We see Temple Sinnoh. Path is rotating. I guess I should have said that earlier. Path is rotating. Path's obviously super good, but with it rotating, I mean, it just hurts some other decks, right? Including Giratina Lost Zone, which I'm kind of thankful for, but it is hurting the deck. So we are going to see that rotating and being replaced with Temple Sinnoh, which isn't like that similar, but still disruptive. We do see the new Ditto, which is kind of interesting in this deck. I don't know. I know some people like it with Comfy, and only 3 Comfies it looks like, which is cool. I don't think you actually need 4 Comfies. And like Lost Zone, I probably would still play 4 Comfies. It's very good, but you don't ever need like 4 in play. You barely ever need 3 in play as well. This list, pretty normal stuff going on here. We see Prime Catcher. Prime Catcher is really good. I think Prime Catcher is better than Maximum Belt. Maximum Belt's what? It just to EX, so like if you're against like a VMAX, it's not great. I think Prime Catcher is really good as well. It's a switch, right? Yeah, it's quite good. Oh, we see what's this card? This like board card. It reduces your 2 cost by 1. So we see Artizone, and then we don't see Beach Court. What is that tool card called? Here we go. It is translated here as emergency board. So your 2 cost is 1 colorless less. If you have 30 or less HP remaining, which is possible, it's free, but well, no, that'd be possible in like Comfy. That seems pretty unlikely to happen to Giratina, which is your only Pokemon with more than 1 energy cost, but it's still good, reducing retreat by 1. Aside from that, we see pretty normal stuff. Here we see, wait, what? Never mind. So these lists aren't all post-rotation. They're mostly, but a few additional ones have slipped through the crack as this one runs Battle VIP Pass and Path. Is that it? Yeah, but it's still, not quite legal. This list, again, Prime Catcher, Emergency Board, Buddy Poffin, Templicino, Beach Court here. We don't see a skateboard. I don't know. It's still hard to see what's going on. We got a lot of stuff here. I mean, in normal Lost Zone, but like some different text. Interesting counter catcher in 2 boss, but then no prime catcher. I feel like prime catcher is good, but and then we have Great Tusk. We'll get to that later. Pretty interesting deck. That might be it for today's video. Let us see. Mill, a lot of mill. Okay, Lost Sun, but this is like Paradox. Oh no, this is Paradox box. What is this? So Hoopa V. Oh, interesting. Roaring Moon EX. No, Hoopa EX, Roaring Moon EX, Iron Hands EX, and Sableye, and then the new Ditto, Comfy, Cramorant, all that good stuff. So we have 4 types of energy. I think I've said before, I'm a little skeptical of 4 types of energy. Hoopa V is a fighting Pokemon as well as a Terra EX. We see Technical Machine Crisis Shot coming in here. That is a new card internationally. I think did I make a video on it? I think I did. So check that out in the Lost Zone list. Yeah. Then this next list, we see a similar idea, more straightforward. I wouldn't. Yeah, this is just called Radiant Conjuring Moon. Pretty straightforward Lost Zone list. And some other decks which we'll cover again in a future video. We'll see some like kind of fun, silly stuff there that isn't necessarily bad, but isn't explored very much. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, consider subscribing. And also liking the video, all that good stuff. And checking out my other videos as well, covering this new set. I have done a bunch, and I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video.